How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Trump says that the tariff deals are very close. The first tariff deals are very close. We have some rumors that the EU is about to negotiate their trade deal. Canada agrees to drop tariffs, yet the market is down significantly here today. So let's talk about what's happening. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos like this. Also, if you want to go to the Bitcoin conference, they're increasing the prices tomorrow. So this is like your last chance if you want at this price, and you get 10% off with my link. It's in Vegas. It's going to be a great time. It's at the Venetian. So check it out underneath the video. Also, if you want to trade crypto, there are links underneath the video to CoinW, to Blowfin, to WEEX, to BTCC, and to BitUniX as well. I have placed some trades on CoinW. They're a little bit longer term trades because they're low leverage. And yeah, if you want to do the same thing, there's a link underneath the video. You can see we're in a pretty interesting channel here. Lower highs, lower lows, but it's staying pretty consistent here. And yeah, it's an interesting time in the markets. We'll actually look at how Bitcoin is held up versus other crypto or versus other assets here in a second. But you can see the QQQ down 4.23% today. Let's actually look at Market Watch. The S&P 500 down 3.5%. A lot of this is due to the fact that with China tariffs actually increasing today, we got word that they're increased even higher than people expect. That the overall cost, even with this clarity from yesterday, might be about the same. Other tariffs are going down to 10%, but with China continuously getting higher tariffs, this could still cause some inflation. And while we got good CPI data this morning, no one really cares about last month. They care about what's going to happen moving forward with the tariff. So, yeah, a little bit of a drop after yesterday. Keep in mind, we were up 10 or 12% yesterday, so a 3 or 4% drop's not crazy. Trump talked today, and he said, I have not seen the stock market drop. I'm sure he has, but that's what he says. That he hasn't seen the stock market drop. He says the first tariff deals are very close. We got some rumors too. The EU pauses tariffs on U.S. goods for 90 days and agrees to negotiate a trade deal. Canada agreed to drop tariffs tomorrow if Trump does the same. So maybe tomorrow we get some news on that. That would be interesting going into the weekend, a time of lower liquidity for crypto. That could cause us to pump a decent amount if we know that Trump is working towards more deals and seems to be willing to negotiate a little bit more. So that would be interesting as well. However, like I said earlier, the tariffs on China now total 145% after the latest hike. So if you're a company and you were going to spend $100 on product, now it costs $245. Most companies don't have that kind of margin. You would need 60% margin to be able to come out without losing money. So yeah, that's insane. No one will be able to afford that for the most part. I covered in a video earlier what Andy Jassy from Amazon, the Amazon CEO, was talking about. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. But what he sees now, obviously they have so much data coming in on what people are buying, but they are trying to pull forward some buying as a company. And they're seeing some people pull forward buying as well, some customers pull forward buying, but nothing conclusive yet. They're still trying to make sure that costs are as low as possible, but they said that most sellers will probably try to pass this on to the consumer. So things are going to get more expensive. Someone pointed out in one of the last videos, hey, don't say everything's going to get more expensive because US made products shouldn't get more expensive. And that might be true, but it would have to be basically all made here in the US. There are still some US made products that have parts or components from outside the US. So yeah, you have to be careful. I think just in general, things are going to get more expensive. Gold up 3.6% today, hitting new all-time highs, almost 3,200. This is insane. Year to date, it's up almost 20% over last year, 36% over the last 5 years, 82%. So Gold Bug's very excited, up 83% since late 2020. I will say though, BTC since late 2020 or 2022 is what we were looking at. And gold, it's up 315%. So it's still outperforming gold by nearly 4x. So you can cherry pick the data and say, well, year to date it's up more than Bitcoin, but yeah, it's been performing very well over the long term. I still think Bitcoin's a much better asset to hold, but yeah, no getting around it. Gold has performed extremely well in this bit of uncertainty. Now, Bitcoin still held up fairly well. You know, people like to give Bitcoin a hard time, but the percent drawdown's around 27%. Still less than the drawdown from Tesla, Nvidia, and even Apple. Apple, one of the steadiest, biggest companies in the market, still has drawn down more than Bitcoin. Meta is about the same as Bitcoin. Google's about the same. Amazon's about the same. And Microsoft is down 18%. So you look at the Mag 7, on average, they're down about the same as Bitcoin, maybe even slightly more than Bitcoin. So yeah, Bitcoin has done very well. It's definitely matured a bit. Mike Alfred says, I just got a call from a friend who works at a major crypto broker. His analytics team is seeing signs that GameStop has initiated its TWAP buys this week. Huge if true. So if you don't know TWAP, I forgot exactly what it stands for, but basically they're dollar cost averaging into the market in a way that doesn't influence the market price. So looks like GameStop is buying. They have around $6 billion with their recent raise in their cash on their balance sheet to be able to buy. I'm guessing they're not buying that much yet, but maybe 500 million or billion or 2 billion, something like that. I would not be surprised to see if in the next week they have been buying Bitcoin. And with this recent pullback, not a terrible time to be buying. Now, like I said, CPI came in lower than expected. We do have PPI tomorrow, but I don't think necessarily, based on what happened today, if we get good PPI numbers, I don't think that we'll necessarily shoot up in price. If we get bad PPI numbers, I think we could go further down in price. But it'll be interesting to see, because so much of what happens day to day in terms of stock market prices and crypto is related to the tariffs, and that is in flux every single day. We don't know what's going to happen. So be on the lookout, be ready for volatility. I am still buying. So today I purchased, tomorrow I'm going to be buying as well. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Let me know if you're buying anything. Let me know if you are excited at these discounts, if you're just ready for it to be over. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you want to trade, there are links underneath the video, and I'll see you in the next one.